Hi, in this video we're going to take a look at some more examples of multiplying matrices together. So we have matrices A, B, and C. We're going to find the products. So matrix A is a 2 by 3 matrix where the first row is 4, 8, -9, and the second row is 2, 0, 3. Matrix B is a 3 by 2 matrix where the first row is 7 and 4. The second row is 1 and -5, and the third row is 0 and 6. And then matrix C is a 2 by 2 matrix where the first row is 6, -5, and the second row is 4, 1. So this example, we're going to look at A times B. So let's take a look. A is 2 rows, 3 columns. B is 3 rows, 2 columns. So we know we can multiply these because we did in the similar one in the last video. So the number of columns of A equals the number of rows of B. They can be multiplied. Our product, our answer, is going to have 2 rows and 2 columns. So let's start with the first row of A times the first column of B. We have 4 times 7 plus 8 times 1 plus -9 times 0, and that is going to give us 36. Now the first row of A times the second column of B. We're going to have 4 times 4 plus 8 times -5 plus -9 times 6. And when we simplify that, we get -78. So our first row of our answer is 36 and -78. Now moving on down to the second row of A and the first column of B, we have 2 times 7 plus 0 times 1 plus 3 times 0. And when we simplify that in our second row, first column, we're going to get 14. Finally, second row of A times the second column of B, we have 2 times 4 plus 0 times -5 plus 3 times 6. And when we simplify all this, we get 26. So we have matrix A times matrix B. All right, part B, let's switch it around, do matrix B times matrix A. Well, before we do that, let's make sure that we can. Pardon me. So matrix B has 3 rows and 2 columns. Matrix A has 2 rows and 3 columns. So the number of columns of B equals the number of rows of A. We can multiply them. And in that, for this one, we have 3 rows in B and 3 columns in A. Our final answer for this one is going to be a matrix that's 3 by 3. Well, if it's 3 by 3, it's not going to be the same as this matrix here that we got for A times B. This one was only 2 by 2. So the order in which we multiply matrices actually does matter. In math, we say matrix multiplication is not commutative because A times B doesn't necessarily give you the same answer as B times A. So in any event, let's start with the first row of B times the first column of A, and we're going to have 7 times 4 plus 4 times 2. So 7 times 4 and 4 times 2 gives us 36. Now the first row of B times the second column of A, we have 7 times 8 plus 4 times 0. That gives us 56. First row of B times third column of A, 7 times -9 plus 4 times 3 gives us -51. Now moving on to the second row of B, and we're going to repeat the process with the 3 columns of A. So we have 1 times 4 plus -5 times 2 gives us -6. 1 times 8 plus -5 times 0 gives us 8. And then 1 times -9 plus -5 times 3 gives us -24. And the last row of B, the 0, 6, we're going to multiply that by each of the columns of A. So for our first one, 0 times 4 plus 6 times 2 gives us 12. We have 0 times 8 plus 6 times 0 gives us 0. And we have 0 times -9 plus 6 times 3 gives us 18. So see, B times A is not at all the same as A times B. So remember, the order in which you multiply matrices, it matters. Don't necessarily get the same one by switching the order. All right, that about does it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.